Are we live? Okay, I'm live. Awesome. Everyone, what's up? This is episode 8 of Yankees and Mets podcast. A little bit different look today. I'm going live from spring training. So I appreciate everyone that is going to check in with this. It'll be up on the channel and everything. So that's what we'll end up doing. And then we'll go from there. But again, I appreciate all the support, and I do have a few questions I could answer to begin this. So that's what I'll end up doing. Um, so my buddy Steve Brzezinski asked me what my favorite interview is um, that I've ever done before. And it was a tough question to answer, honestly, because there's a lot of answers I could give. Um, I would say I kind of liked the Jazz Chisholm interview I did last year at Williamsport. That was kind of cool. Austin Wells is always a good interview. JC Escara. I've got, I'll give those 3 for now, but like if something else comes up, another industry figure, like I'll definitely think of that one too. Ken Rosenthal actually is up there too. That was really cool. He might be right at the top. So that's something that I'm looking at now for Yankees spring training. What's been going on exactly? It's been a lot of injury concerns. It's been a lot of negativity. And I understand that, and some of it's warranted, and a lot of things are not right now. But there is definitely some things to look forward to. Carlos Rodon threw the ball pretty well today in his live BP sessions. So that's definitely something that's noteworthy to me. I would also say that I think it's cool that he has the nod now. He needs to be what the Yankees pay him to be. Point blank, period, end of discussion, full stop. Like that's the only way the Yankees have any shot this year is if Rodon can be what the Yankees paid him to be. Because if he's not that guy, then the Yankees have a huge problem on their hands because they need him more than ever now. Max Fried is going to have a huge role also, obviously, as the ace. Marcus Stroman, after being cast aside in many people's minds on the trade block, he's now going to be a huge piece. My guy, Will Warren, is the guy I want to talk about a lot. I really like Will Warren. I think he deserves this opportunity. I think he's ready for it. He's proven enough in the minors. So I think him going in the rotation will be fine. Luis Hill being a while stinks. Obviously, the big blow is Garrett Cole. I actually haven't even given my reaction to it yet on any video or anything. So, like, I knew about this like 2 days before it was announced. Why did I not put it out to the public is a question I got. Well, there's several answers to that. First of all, I do not want to deal with the scrutiny and the pariah that Yankees Twitter is. Yankees Twitter is a beast, and if I had put that out there, oh man, my phone would have been going nuts. But at the same time, I probably should have. I get it. But, I mean, honestly, we all knew what was going to happen. I probably wouldn't have got the credit I deserved for it anyway, even if I did put it out. And I'm fine with not dealing with all the negativity and the BS. But the problem is, like, we kind of all knew because he had the elbow issue last year. He got around it last year. He missed 3 months. He was great in the playoffs, but he was pulled very oddly early in that World Series game. And is that part of the reason why? I don't know. I don't know. But it's really crazy right now. All the stuff that's going on at Steinbrenner. The minor league complex has been really fun. I'm going to get to that. Fernando Cruz threw the ball well today. My guy, JC Escara. Escara is on a tear. He had a bomb last night. Was at the stadium for a sec, but couldn't quite see it right. But regardless, it's like he's doing great. That's all that matters. He has 3 bombs. He has the ERA. Well, he has 3 bombs. His OPS is 1,039 around and like 31 at bats. He's doing everything he needs to do to win the backup catcher job. And he also was playing good defense as well. And that's what's great right now. So, well, ends up getting JC Esquera is the Yankees backup catcher. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And guess what? I don't care that it's two lefties. It doesn't matter. They don't have any righties that are capable backup catchers. And I no disrespect to Alex Jackson again, but Esquera is a much better hitter than him. I know Jackson's a good defender, but JC's a good defender too. And as we've said, Smith, Brinker, who I'm going to be with later, and at the prospect game, which I might get some coverage for as well. So JC Esquera is the truth, and no one forget that. So watching the Airbender live for the first time was cool today. He struck out Peraza. Peraza, oh man, he had a rough day at the plate. Ground outs, strikeouts. He didn't elevate anything. Like, not a good day swinging the bat for Oswald Peraza. And Oswaldo Cabrera is definitely in the driver's seat to win the third base position. And I don't think it's particularly close right now. So that's good and bad. Good for certain guys, bad for others. But anyway, prospect camp. I would say Elmer Rodriguez Cruz is the guy I'm watching for. He was traded for Carlos Narvaez, who of course opened up the door for Esquera, and all this stuff is like important. It all signifies off each other, and it all matches up because like they opened the door for Esquera. They got Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, who is nasty. He had some good stuff going at the complex the other day. Another guy I really like, Brendan Beck, is looking good on the return for the Yankees. Harrison Cohen's another guy to watch for in single A or double A. Zach Messenger might end up making starts the big league camp. Cam Schlittler's another guy. But what I was really looking for was the bats, the offense, because like they need help with the offensive prospects. Spencer Jones, he looked good. He had a homer yesterday or 2 days ago now. I think two because he played with the big club yesterday. Shout out to Ryan Garcia with Fireside. We were hanging out a little bit at the camp, getting some content out there. So it's cool with him. And Roderick Arias looked decent. He one-hopped the wall in a live scrimmage, and I think he had another good hit, stole a few bases, got some walks. So I want to see what happens with Roderick. Is he going to go up to single A this year, high A with Hudson? Is he going to start in Tampa? He is still highly regarded in the Yankee prospect ranks. He's, I think, in the top 5 on Pipeline. I could probably check really quick, but I'm really curious to see how he looks this year because to me, he's kind of like the last guy standing in a sense. To me, he's like almost the last piece the Yankees could spare in the system that has like semi-significant value, and he's not top 5 anymore. I wish the full list were low. That would be great. But Will Warren's ranked 5th. He's not going to be a prospect much longer. Of course, there's the Martian, Jason Dominguez, who I saw play a little bit yesterday. Or no, he didn't play yesterday, but I saw him on the field. So it's not loading. Oh, okay. He's ranked 7th. So he's ranked 7th. He's still pretty good. So that's good stuff. And George Lombard Jr. This is the guy everyone's talking about. Lombard Jr. had an oppo single yesterday. He stole a base. League club. Home hitting in the minor league complex. He was looking pretty good. A few knocks up the middle. Brando Maeo, another Spanish prospect, Cuban player, kind of dropped off because of an injury and didn't play so well in his first year of pro ball, but he's still a baby. He's not even like 20 yet. So he's got a long way to go. Yeah, the Yankees prospect. I say Arias is the last guy to get traded of substance and value because I don't think Ben Hess is really going to fetch as much as people would think. And even though he's ranked higher, Bryce Cunningham, same situation. They're not going to trade Spencer or Lombard probably. Dominguez and Warren aren't going anywhere. So that's why I think Arias could be the last semi-decent chip they could trade that could fetch something in return. Other news, not great for the prospect front. Henry Lalane is a little bit banged up. I don't know the exact extent of the injury, but heard he's not going to be back till June. He's the Yankees' 11th ranked prospect. And also another thing I'm going to say quickly before I go back to my prospect tangent is Giancarlo Stanton is not going to be back by Memorial Day. That is just not going to be true. How in the world are they going to say that when he hasn't swung a bat yet? Let's remember that. He's had 3 PRPs, and they've done nothing to help him. And he also just hasn't. And yeah, I don't think he's done for the year yet, but he might. I mean, maybe I don't know. Who knows? I guess who knows. Honestly, I guess nothing would surprise me anymore. But if he gets that surgery, yeah, he would be done for the year. But Memorial Day, yeah, right. Let's get serious here. We'll be lucky if he returns. Big if, obviously, that June or July is my guess if he comes back at all. And he's dealing with calf stuff now too. We know how bad his lower body issues are. Stanton. So who's going to get the job? Is it going to be Ben Rice? Is it going to be Dom Smith at DH? Maybe even they're both lefties. It's a thing. But I think Rice will get a look. I think Smith winds up making the team too. So that spot might go to Peraza because he's out of options. We'll see. I hope he makes it. I want to see what he can do when the lights turn on. I know the spring hasn't been the best, but he needs an opportunity to get the full runway, like I said, with Justin Shackle. So we'll see if he gets it. Like I said, I still think Cabrera's out in front there. So we'll see about that. Volpe did decent today. I say you got that double off Williams. Goldschmidt, it was kind of interesting to see Goldsy out there in the Yankees uniform for the first time. Bellinger was out there too, but he didn't hit. So yeah, I mean, that's what's going on right now. Prospects I wanted to talk about. I think something's going on with Rock Riggio. I'm not sure exactly what, but he hasn't been out there the last 2 days. I didn't go today to the complex, but yeah, Goldie, I like what I see. He had that bomb. Good talking point. Yeah. Had that 447-foot bomb. His numbers look pretty good. Bellinger's been good. He ripped a double last night. Like I said, I love JC Escara. I think he's going to make the team. Someone close to the situation told me that they think he's going to make the team. Let's just say he knows what's going on. So that's good to hear. And I'm trying to think what else quickly. I got a few pitcher highlights and stuff. Oh, I got an interview with Kyle Carr. My buddy Brendan James was his pitching coach in San Diego, left-handed pitching prospect for the Yankees. I think he's ranked around, where is Kyle ranked these days? I know he fell down a little bit, 20, but he's working on his velo. He's going to be better than last year, I think. He's working on developing his two-seam a little bit more. They said his velo is back up this year. It's the last year he had a dip at spring training, so he's trying to figure out how to maintain it throughout the year. Very cool guy. Sean Boyle, another great friend of mine. Boyle has a crazy story. 28-year-old Tommy John. He's been through a lot. He's a great pitcher, not a velocity thrower. He's not going to light up the radar gun. Hits 92, 93, but this guy can pitch because a backdoor sweeper. It's nasty to lefties. Has a changeup. He's every pitch in the book. The cutter, sweeper, he's got it all. Maybe a sinker. I think a sinker as well. So Boyle is the guy I'm really watching for, especially because there's going to be a lot of guys who are going to have to make starts. So Boyle's on my radar. Albert Wienhouse, to a lesser degree, wasn't great last night. Andres Gomez was pretty good. Is it crazy to all think we could see Lombard on the big rosters this point season? I love Lombard, but I would be surprised because I don't know. I mean, okay, let's say he rips Hudson Valley, then he gets called up to Somerset. Let's say best case scenario, he does a month at Hudson Valley, he goes to Somerset, or 2 months. So let's put him in Somerset in May or June. Then he's in Somerset from May to June. Does he do enough to get out of Somerset and get to AAA? Do they skip AAA, which is a rare situation, but sometimes it happens? So, long-winded answer, probably not. But I guess you can't rule it out if things continue to get rough at third base. I think next year we definitely see him. No, I'm a big fan. I do think he will be the future third baseman. I don't know if that's part of the reason why they ignored the position. I'm not excusing it at all. But I do think he's going to play a part in that third base discussion going forward. Not sure this year, probably I lean no, but I do think that he's going to be really good. He bulks up a lot of weight. There's a lot of similarities to Correa, which our Houston family will like. Pictures side by side of the stance that look very similar. Correa is also a hybrid, could play short, could play third, even though he's more of a shortstop. Lombard's on a little bit of second too, because Arias. So yeah, I'm really into Lombard Jr. I got some BP clips of him. Arias from both sides. Spencer Jones too. I'll see some of these guys at the prospect game tonight too. Okay, so injury news. I'm trying to think. So I got everything out of the way. Clark Schmidt should be fine. So don't throw a bullpen. He looks good. So many freaking injuries. Someone asked about Shields, who was with the Patriots. He's fine, thankfully. The Minors are relatively healthy, except for Hampton, Lalane, and Thatcher Hurd, I think. Pereira's playing the fields again. That's good. He might be the best prospect since Judge. Yeah, it's possible. I think Will Warren, yeah, he's gonna make the rotation. He's gotta make the rotation. I'm definitely in on that. Will Warren, so I think Carrasco, that's another guy to talk about quickly. I'm gonna go like 20 minutes because like I have to go somewhere else soon. But um Carlos Carrasco looked good last night. I was very surprised and impressed by what I saw from Carrasco. He hit like 93, which is good for him. But my guy Jack Curry interviewed him, and he was saying how he used four different pitches to get six strikeouts. The fact he's able to get Ks on that many pitches, yeah, I know it's not full lineups, but they did have Schwarber playing, they had Max Kepler playing, there were a few starters. Clearwater's not too far. So I think it's Carrasco's going to end up making some starts. I think he's going to end up making some starts. I really do. I think so. Like, I think we'll go Rodon, Fried. I'll say Stroman 3 now, Warren 4, Carrasco kind of that swingy 5 until Clark plays like the game 5 or the game 6 or whatever they do with him just because they cranky back. But like I said, Clark looks good. He threw a bullpen yesterday. Good things coming from him. Ian Hamilton, I don't really know what's going on. Some type of infection. I don't think I've seen him yet. But Luke Weaver threw the ball good last night. So that's kind of what's going on. I want to think if I could dive through some Yankee prospects a little more that I was looking at the other day. Oh, good one. Brendan Jones. Brendan Jones is a pretty unique prospect. Left-hander, had a good run in Hudson Valley last year for a bit. Got really hot at Tampa. Left-hander, he had a walk-off last night, spring training. One guy that's really impressing me with the Yankees prospects is Jesus Rodriguez. I saw him make loud contact a few times. He almost hit a home run. And this guy has a really good skill set. He's a catcher and an outfielder, and he can also play third base. Like he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he's got some speed. He stole a base last night. He ended up being the winning run. He scored from second base on an infield single. So I think that's a guy to watch for. I don't know why he's not ranked in Pipeline. I think Baseball America had him ranked, but I'm really like what I see from Jesus Rodriguez. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Judge threw a guy out last night. Scareman, nice tag. Austin Wells has been pretty good. I'm starting to think this Wells leadoff thing is going to be a thing. It's starting to look like a thing to me. Is he going to Kyle Schwarber it? I mean, there were so many comps between the two. It would be kind of funny if he ends up leading off like he did. I mean, he's obviously a much better catcher because Schwarber wasn't really a catcher. But yeah, and then Wells isn't going to switch positions. So I like what I see from him. Hopefully I can see him tomorrow. And I'm about to wrap this up. I'm trying to think parting shots here. My parting shot is going to be Clay Holmes. I think Yankee fans are overreacting a little bit because here's the thing. The Yankees were never making Clay Holmes a starting pitcher. The fact he's opening the Mets season is a little bit crazy to me. They really are going to go with spring training like that much and put him over Senga and David Peterson. Like, okay. He's been going off in spring training. His numbers look ridiculous. Let me see if I can pull them up really quick. But his changeup looks good. Like, I have to say, it looks way better than I thought it would look. I got to give him credit. Jeremy Hefner's doing a hell of a job over there. And then 9.2 innings, 13 Ks, no runs. Yeah, he's killing it. I mean, it is what it is. Good for him. So someone also asked me about the insurance money with Cole and Stan. I don't think the Yankees have any insurance money with G. I know Garrett Cole they're gonna get $27 million back with that, but I don't know like how they use that or how that works exactly still. So let me see how it could get reciprocated into the team. When can it be used? I guess would be a good question because my guy Zach asked me that. So we'll see how that looks. Yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, let's say it's a 60 to 90 day deductible before the team can recover money. That's interesting. That's so complicated. So let's say, thank you, Rod. I appreciate that. Let's say that Um, and for everyone who doesn't know, it's Carlos Payne. Well, they know because it's our channel, but for new people watching that aren't as familiar with the channel, it's Carlos Pena's cousin. Pena is also with us, which is great. And I look forward to talking to them more as well. So, um, Clay Holmes starting games for the Mets is going to be interesting. I guess it's going to be better than I thought it would be. And for the Yankees, like I said, they weren't going to make him a starting pitcher. They had to move on. Like it just wasn't working here. So credit to the Mets for fixing him and making him look good in the limited sample size so far. Will his arm holds up through all the innings they want him to pitch? I have no idea. But he might be good early on, and then he might switch to the bullpen later. But their starting rotation is a mess. I would still say the Yankees rotation is better than theirs. Even without Goal and without Hill, I would still say the Yankees rotation is a bit better. But it might be a little bit bold. I don't know. But yeah, that's about where I'm at. So let's say the Yankees recoup that money. If that takes that long, it sounds like it could help them at the trade deadline. So they're like 7-ish over right now, like 4-ish over. If you took Cole's money out, that's 27 down. You would be like 23 under, and that could really open some things up. So like maybe they do get the extra pitcher. Maybe they do find a third baseman for the year, so they bridge it for Lombard possibly, or some type of righty bat. They really need a righty bat off the bench. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. They sent on Everson Pereira, the Latino prospects. He's ranked. He's still ranked highly from some of these sites. He's 14th now. He's gone through a little bit with the Tommy John, the rehab, but he, like I said, he did play the field yesterday. I think he ends up getting a look this year as well. His options are definitely limited. So I think he's going to have to get some run on the major league roster at some point. So tomorrow, I'll also go to the games against the Pirates in the afternoon in Steinbrenner. So we'll see what I can dig up over there. Everyone follow our Skina, sub all social media platforms. I know it was a quick one today, kind of running around. So thanks for everyone that checked in for a little minute. Julian Guardy 11 Insta, Julian Guardy 1 Twitter. Again, I appreciate all the support in the journey, like coming down here. And then next week, I'll be covering the Mets also, and I'll get into some more stuff. I might also have a trick up my sleeve this soon. So everyone pay attention, be on the lookout. I might have a surprise guest in a very cool setting. So we'll see how that looks. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate again, like Tampa's been fun. Looking forward to the season too. A lot of Latino players to talk about, and I take pride in the fact that we can help represent them. And I'm looking forward to what's ahead on this baseball journey.